I just want to talk about how people generally don't disclose that they're struggling with something. And yet, what they do is pretend like they know what they're doing, they have it all confident, and you know that everybody else is just pretending like they're trying to actually get someplace. Um, and it's funny that it's the case. People just will not talk openly about their experiences, and they'll just pretend and project like there is something that they got going on, and really they don't. It's all a show. Um, so if you don't know me, I am Professor Dave Maslach. I'm an associate professor of innovation, strategy, and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. So many people help me out that I want to pay the favor forward to help you out as much as I possibly can. I just find it really hilarious that a number of people that sort of pretend to know what they're doing and will project all the sort of that they have their crap together. In reality, they really don't. And by the way, the reason why I'm kind of whispering is I'm going for a walk in the early mornings, and I don't want to wake up the neighbors. But you can hear all of the birds singing and stuff too. So I just wanted to say like how funny that is. Like we're all struggling, and we all don't really know what we're doing. And the number of people that will pretend like they know what they're doing is just, it's just hilarious. And then they'll like, I don't know, I just find it hilarious that nobody is willing to ask for help. Everybody sort of thinks that they have to prove something. I think there's like two effects that are going on. People don't want to, their pride is in the way. And it's like such a big emotion for people, that pride, where they're unwilling to ask for help. That's like a huge, big thing. And then the other thing is that I think people doubt like how much other people actually make a difference. And they like completely discount other people. And that's like, and I think it's, related again to the sort of notion of pride, that they think that they're better than they really are. And it's a lesson, it's a hard lesson that we all learn. I mean, I learn it all over and over and over again. Every day that I learn that over again. It's, I think, the life of a professor. Is that you become increasingly more insecure, no matter how confident you become. There's like a brief moment, you almost always see this, that when somebody comes in to, PhD programs, they always have this like unbelievable amount of confidence. And then as they sort of go through it, they realize that they don't know anything. And they really need to go back to learn things. And it's the same story over and over and over again. Golly, as I have grown in this profession and interacted with really incredibly smart people, there's two sort of things that happen. First one is that I've become increasingly less certain about myself. And then, the second thing is realizing that these dynamics are very, very real. That you'll see, like, man, people just need help, and they're afraid to ask. And I think that sort of pride thing is like a super big part of it. And everybody, here's the other thing that happens too, is that people like to look at observable metrics of success, right? So, I always tell this in terms of, who you're going to go to get an investor. A lot of people get that mixed up, right? So most of you will probably go to the person that has the Ferrari and the big house and all that kind of stuff. But what you don't know is those people are generally really, really stretched thin. And they, because they're projecting into the outside world, unless you stop and think about, what is it? What do they really have that wealth? Do they really understand that? And most people know it's not. They live in a house that's far too big for them. They drive around in cars that they can't afford, and so they're like a really bad investor. But then, if you actually look at the people that do have wealth, they're going to be typically understated, but they're going to have that they have good careers and stuff. I just think it's really interesting that happens. That we just, we get that sort of perception of who people are just really mixed up, I think. And, we ask the wrong people for help, and we don't, are afraid to ask people for help. And just everybody walks around pretending. The whole thing. Everybody is just walking around pretending. And it's hilarious when you see how this actually plays out. It's all just hilarious. The amount of people that just pretend like they know what they're doing. I don't know. I just think it's just something to consider and something to think about. Everybody is just walking around like they know it. They know crap, and they really don't. And this is, I don't know. In my experience, the more that people have to show to put on this sort of, the environments where people have to sort of show this kind of stuff, the more likely that you're going to see. Anyways, my point is that I think we just all need to be a little more real, and I think we need to be a little bit more humble. The more that we sort of reflect on those things, the better off that we can be. Just, try to be yourself more without pretending about who you are and what you're about. And, think about trying to be humble throughout the process of growing up. Knowing that you don't know everything and that you can greatly benefit by the help of others. Hey, have at it. I think that's the interesting thing is I come across as uncertain, I guess, but that's just from experience. Honestly, you just been there, done that, and you completely understand the process and how things are coming together. But and this is it. I don't know a lot, but I know more than what I knew 10 years ago. And that's something that's like important to reflect on. Uncertainty and sort of how people are cautious and uncertain, that's not how people naturally are. That's like a learned skill to be like that. And that's after learning from a lot of experience and how things actually work. All right, take care, and just, try to be more humble, and try to be more, real as a person. I think good things will come from that. All right, take care, and have a wonderful day.